there. So I hope you've had an awesome day. We're going to read some more of Mercy Watson Fights Crime. Let's see what's going on in Chapter 8. Upstairs at 54 Deckawoo Drive, Mrs. Watson woke up. "Mr. Watson," she said. Said Mr. Watson. "Did you hear a noise?" said Mrs. Watson. "What sort of noise, dear?" "A yippee-i-o sort of noise," said Mrs. Watson. "No, I did not hear a yippee-i-o sort of noise. You were dreaming, my dear." "I was?" said Mrs. Watson. "You were," said Mr. Watson. "Now go back to sleep." Mrs. Watson got out of bed. "I think I will go and check on Mercy," she said, "and then I'll go back to sleep." "Excellent," mumbled Mr. Watson. "A top-notch plan, my dear." And then Mr. Watson started to snore. He is asleep, and he really doesn't care what's going on right now. Chapter 9. Inside the Lincoln sisters' house, baby Lincoln woke up. She went into her sister Eugenia's room. "Sister, wake up," baby said. "There is someone outside shouting, 'Yippee-i-o.'" Look at this. These two make me laugh really hard. They're funny. "Did you have pie before breakfast, before bed again?" asked Eugenia. "I did not," said baby. "I think you did," said Eugenia. "I did not," said baby. "Go back to your room immediately," said Eugenia. "Yes, sister," said baby. Baby went back to her room. She got into her bed. She heard another yippee-i-o. "Oh dear," said baby. "I wish I had not eaten that pie." We know baby likes to go along with what Eugenia says. She has her own ideas and opinions, but she tends to do what her sister tells her to do. All right, Chapter 10, Yippee-i-o. "Baby," shouted Eugenia, "come back here immediately." Baby got out of bed. She went into Eugenia's room. "Yes, sister," said baby. "Did you hear that noise?" said Eugenia. "Was it a yippee-i-o, sister?" "It was," said Eugenia. "You are dreaming," said baby. "Nonsense," said Eugenia. "Open the curtain." Baby opened the curtain. Together, the Lincoln sisters watched Mercy gallop across the lawn. They watched the little man on her back take off his cowboy hat and wave it over his head. "Yippee-i-o!" shouted the little man. "That pig is disturbing the peace," said Eugenia, "and so is that cowboy. I'm calling the police." "Oh, sister," said baby, "are you sure it's not a dream?" "It is a nightmare," said Eugenia. "That is what it is." And guys, can you see? They're looking out the window and they see Mercy with the little cowboy. Chapter 11. Next door, Mrs. Watson discovered that Mercy was not in her bed. "Mr. Watson, come at once," she shouted. Mr. Watson came at once. "Mercy is not here," said Mrs. Watson. "Are you certain? Have you looked under her bed?" Mrs. Watson bent over. She looked under the bed. "She is not there," said Mrs. Watson. Mr. and Mrs. Watson stood together in Mercy's room. "What should we do?" asked Mrs. Watson. "Yippee-i-o! It's that noise again," said Mrs. Watson, and Mr. Watson went to the window. He opened the curtain. He looked outside. "Mrs. Watson," said Mr. Watson, "we must call the fire department immediately. It is an emergency." All right, let's see. Now, in our last few stories, we've had the police and the fire department show up. So we need to see what happens in our upcoming chapters when the fire department is called. I can't wait to find out.